Hi, sweet friends. Welcome back to Positive Talks with Mary. I'm Mary McKay, and I just wanted to give a quick reminder to make sure to check out my social media pages. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Positive Talks with Mary. I've just been posting every day some cute little faith-based inspiration, motivation to help you to get through the day, to reach your goals. A lot of really good stuff. I'll link it down in the description below. But again, make sure to check it out. Facebook and Instagram, Positive Talks with Mary. But how's everything been going? If it's anything like I've been, you have been stressed to the absolute max. And it's like there's 10,000 things going on, and almost like every single one of them is going wrong and not exactly how you wanted things to go. Yeah, so can you relate? Comment down below if you are feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. But all joking aside, life is seriously full of challenges. It's full of uncertainties and moments that just leave us feeling overwhelmed, that leave us feeling stressed, and sometimes even beat down. And this could be because of financial struggles, difficulties in relationships, health concerns, problems arising at work, and then too, just like everyday struggles that you go through. I mean, have you seen the news? That can stress you out just watching the news. Whatever it is, stress can often weigh heavy on our hearts and our minds, but in the middle of the turmoil and the chaos, there is a truth that we can stand on. And it's the truth and the belief that God can take the stress that we are experiencing and turn it into blessings. Isn't that amazing? That even when we feel like we can't take any more on our plate, God's like, whoa, relax. I got you. If you could just see what I'm doing behind the scenes of that stress, behind the scenes of that difficult season that you're going through, if you could just see what I'm doing behind the scenes. Now, isn't that amazing? And that offers us so much hope. But in the midst of our trials, it can really be difficult to see beyond the immediate difficulties and the hardships that we're facing. But for those who hold on to faith, there is a deeper understanding that God is at work even in our struggles. Through his infinite wisdom, through his courage and his love and compassion, God has the power to transform our stress and anxieties into sources of strength, into sources of provision, and ultimately blessings beyond measures. So let's dive into 3 ways in which God works in mysterious and even really like miraculous ways to turn our stress into opportunities of growth, redemption, and even spiritual transformation. So when you're in those darkest moments of despair to the brightest rays of hope, the journey from stress to blessings is a testament really to the remarkable power of faith and the unwavering love that God has for us. So the first step that we're going to talk about is really strength through tough times. And as you know, life really does have a funny way of throwing us curveballs, like when we least expect it. And sometimes it makes you feel like you've hit rock bottom, like you're stuck in the middle of the storm and there is no end in sight. But you know what's really incredible about it though? That in those moments of struggle and adversity, we can really find our true strength when we are going through that difficult season. So let's just give a little scenario and think of it like this. When you hit the gym and you're lifting those heavy weights, trying to gain some muscles, it's not easy, right? Your muscles start to ache. You're sweating. You can't breathe. Your arms and your legs feel like spaghetti noodles. They're shaking, but you keep pushing yourself to the limit. But you know what? After all that pain, after all of that effort, what eventually happens? Your muscles grow stronger. You become more resilient. The more you go through and the more you do, the more that you can handle. And that's sort of the same with like life's challenges. When you're facing those tough times and it's almost like you're going through a spiritual workout. It's really hard and it's painful. But every time that you push through, every time that you refuse to give up, you are building your spiritual muscles. You're growing and you're learning and you're becoming That is the word. You're becoming a new person. You're becoming more confident. You're becoming of a new role in your life. You're becoming healed, and you're becoming stronger than you ever thought possible, because you had no other choice than to become stronger in those difficult seasons, because you only get out of those difficult seasons by becoming stronger. But here's the thing, those challenges, they're not here to break you. They're here to make you. They're here to teach you. They're here to shape you and to prepare you for what lies ahead. So the next time that life throws you a curveball, or you've hit like a bump in the road and you get a setback, remember this. You have got what it takes to weather the storm. You've got what it takes to get through it. You have got strength that you never even knew that you had. You have to believe that God is right there in the midst of it all. He's with you in every single one of those difficult seasons that you go through. He's with you when you're searching for a job and you can't get a call back. He's with you in the heartache because the relationship ended. He's with you when you've lost a loved one. He's with you when you're going through a health problem or you're fighting cancer. Whatever it is, God is with you in those moments, and He's preparing you on the inside for what He has prepared for you. And through those tough times, it's paving a way for the blessings that He is sending you. So now let's talk about the unexpected help when you need it most. So let me ask you this. Have you ever found yourself in a really tight spot? Maybe you're stressing about money or your job, and then out of the blue, suddenly something unexpected happens and it really just turns it all around. It's like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day and it finally breaks through. It's sort of like a miracle, and it leaves you feeling grateful, and it leaves you feeling amazed because something happened when you were least expecting it. Maybe you were facing a deadline at work, unsure of how you were going to pull it off, and then a coworker stepped in and offered you a hand. Or maybe you were stressing about how you were going to make ends meet, how you were going to get the bills paid. Is there going to be heat in the shower when you get in, or the light's going to come on in the morning when I get up? You weren't sure of how you were going to make those ends meet. And then suddenly, out of the blue, you receive an unexpected bonus, or you receive some unexpected financial help that really helped you get through that moment. And it makes you think wow, there's a guardian angel with me, because these instances aren't just coincidences. They're divine interventions. It's a reminder that God is looking out for us even when we least expect it. He's saying hey, I've got your back, and I am here to help you get through this. And there's a verse in the Bible that really speaks to this idea of unexpected help and provision. And it comes from Philippians 4:19. And it says, "And my God will meet all of your needs according to the riches in His glory in Christ Jesus." And this verse is really a powerful reminder that God is not only aware of our needs, but He's also 100% fully capable of providing for them in unexpected ways. Because remember that God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you might ask or think. So that next time that you find yourself in a tough spot, remember this: you are not alone, that God is with you. He is ready to step in and provide just when you need it the most. And keep your eyes open for those little miracles, for those unexpected little joys that He sends your way, because it might be God showing you a sign and saying, hey, everything is going to be okay. But what about the beauty that is found in the pain? Because when life throws us into situations that cause immense heartache and immense pain, whether it's the loss of a loved one or a broken relationship, a huge disappointment in your life, these experiences can sometimes shake us to our core and just honestly leave you just feeling broken and feeling lost like you've never felt before. But here's the amazing thing about it: God has this incredible ability to take our pain and turn it into something beautiful. Think about it like this: when you're going through a tough time and it's like you're walking in the darkest valley with no light in sight, you're barely keeping afloat, you're struggling to keep your head up, that pain inside you is raw, and those wounds are deep, and it feels like there is no end in sight. You're not sure how you're gonna get up, but then just when you least expect it, a glimpse of light appears on the horizon, and you begin to think like, okay, yeah, maybe there is hope for me after all. Maybe things will get better. Maybe there is an end in sight, and maybe there are brighter days ahead. It's like God's reaching down and he's saying, I see you, I hear you, and I am here to heal you. So really, through his grace and through his mercy, God can take even those most painful and gut-wrenching experiences, and he can use them for good. And what may initially have caused you so much stress, so much anxiety, so many tears to be shed, heartache, that can be transformed into opportunities of healing and growth and really blessings beyond measure. So take, for example, if you've lost a loved one, or maybe you're just ended a broken relationship, in the midst of that grief and the sorrow and the sadness that you're feeling, it's really hard to see anything positive in the moment. All you can see is what's right there, the grief and the heartache that you're feeling. But over time, as you continue to move on and you continue to lean into faith and to trust God's plan, you may find that pain has transformed you into something that you didn't even think was possible. Maybe you discovered a newfound empathy for other people who are going through suffering and heartache. Maybe you have a deeper appreciation for the preciousness of life, or maybe you're even learning your worth and how much God desires for you to be loved the right way. And then you may also discover a strength that you never even knew that you had. And it's not just in times of loss or heartache from a failed relationship. God can redeem any situation that you're going through, no matter how dire or hopeless that it may seem. Whether it's a shattered dream, whether you're going through intense family problems, you have a personal struggle, a health struggle, whatever it is, God's love has the power to heal, to restore, and to bring blessings into your life. So don't think that your situation God can't handle, because God can do anything. He can do so much more than man can do. What man thinks is impossible is absolutely nothing to God. And in Romans 8:28, it says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him and have been called according to his purpose. And this verse is a very strong reminder that even during the toughest of times, God is actively working right now to create something beautiful out of our struggles. He's not going to take something from you and not send you something better. So I do think that's it for today, but I hope that this has encouraged you to keep going and to remember that if you're going through a tough time right now, hold on to hope and trust that God is with you. He is walking beside you every step of the way. And remember, the pain that you are feeling, the pain that you are experiencing right now in your life, it may be just the beginning. It may be the beginning of a beautiful transformation, of a beautiful start to something that you didn't even know what was up ahead. It's leading to blessings beyond your absolute wildest imagination. Because again, I said it earlier, but God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we might ask or think. He can change your situation. He can bring you a new situation. He can do things in your life that you didn't even think possible. So just hold on to hope and trust in him and trust in the plan that he has in your life, because what's meant for you will find a way for you. He can heal your heart. He can heal that heartache. He can heal you from the sickness that you're experiencing. Whatever it is, hold on to hope and trust in God's plan for your life, that he is going to bring you blessings, that he's going to turn this stress and this anxiety into blessings in your life. Also, make sure to check out my social media pages. I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but I'm on Facebook and on Instagram, Positive Talks with Mary. I just post some daily faith-based encouragement, some quick little motivational tips, just things to help you get through the day, maybe to put a smile on your face. So a lot of really good stuff. And I will link that down into the description below, but make sure to check it out. And you can even follow while you're there, because I desperately need some followers. That's my desperate cry for help. So check that out. And if you haven't done it, make sure to subscribe to this channel. You can do that down below. You can even press the bell button so you'll be notified on all the videos out and everything that we're doing on this channel. But comment below some ways that you deal with going through the difficult moments, some things that you're dealing with in your life. I would just love to hear from you. I would love to connect with you. So thanks so much for watching. If you're a new viewer to this channel, you somehow just stumbled upon it, I'm so glad to have you here today. Or if you've been a recurring viewer, you're a subscriber, thanks so much. I appreciate it all. I love you all so much, and I just really do hope to see you get out of this difficult season, because I'm believing too that there are brighter days ahead. I know that, and we're gonna eventually get there soon. Our breakthrough is coming. You just have to believe it. So yeah, I'll see you back here soon with another video.